Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Claudia. Today I'm going to show you how to make perfectly roasted prime rib for the holiday or any day at all. My family loves this recipe so much and I am very sure you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's get started. Okay you guys, I'm using a 10-pound prime rib. I rinsed and patted this dry very well. It is a great cut of meat that has to be cooked the right way. If you can see, the butcher cut off the ribs and tied them back with strings. This makes carving very easy. The ribs give a lot of flavor to the meat, so I highly recommend keeping them attached, okay guys? Okay, first things first, you're going to let your meat sit at room temperature for at most 3 hours. This way, it can cook evenly and you get the perfect roast. So while the meat is resting, we're going to combine the seasonings. So in my bowl, I have some oil, and into that I am adding freshly blended garlic. I am also adding some dried herbs. I have some rosemary, thyme, and oregano. Go ahead and drop those right in. Next, we're adding a good amount of salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Mix everything together into a paste, and the spice mixture, guys, it smells so good. Next, we're going to smear the mixture all over the meat, and I like to do this while the meat is still sitting at room temperature. That way it can infuse all of those delicious flavors before it gets into the oven. And make sure you get the mixture into as many places as possible. We don't want to miss out on any flavor. So once the mixture is all over the meat, I'm going to let it continue to sit at room temperature. And for safety reasons, do not let your meat sit out for more than 3 hours, okay guys? So before the meat gets onto the baking pan, I filled it with celery, carrots, and onions. All these will add so much flavor to the prime rib and also to the drippings that we're gonna use to make Aujus sauce, because you can't have prime rib without a good Aujus sauce, right? Alright, we're going to place the meat on the vegetables. Make sure it sits nice and stable. I like to pour some beef broth into the pan to keep the meat extra moist and tender. We're also adding some red wine. If you don't drink, you can leave the wine out, but this adds good flavor to the prime rib and the drippings. And now this is ready for the oven. You're going to put this in the oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. This will give the meat a nice golden brown sear. After 20 minutes, you're going to turn the heat down to 325 Fahrenheit. So depending on the weight of your meat, you're going to bake it for 15 minutes per pound. So my 10-pound meat took exactly 150 minutes to bake, and that includes the first 20 minutes, okay guys? So when your meat has baked for the exact time, stick a thermometer in the middle and check for internal temperature of 120 Fahrenheit. Then you're going to take your meat out, let it sit for 30 minutes, do not touch it, don't cut it, otherwise all the juices will run out. You will notice that the temperature will rise again to 130 Fahrenheit, which is the perfect temperature for medium rare. Okay, now we're going to make some really good Aujus sauce for the prime rib. Start by skimming some oil off the drippings. We're going to heat this over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, add some flour. Cook this for about a minute to kick out that flour taste. And then we're going to add all our delicious drippings. Mix that in and let us cook and thicken up. And that's it for the Aujus sauce. This is so good with the prime rib. So when your prime rib has had enough time to sit, you're going to cut off all the strings very gently. Turn your meat over and remove the ribs. This should easily come off. I have great plans for these ribs. I'm going to barbecue them later. Alright, time to talk about this meat. This meat is so flavorful and tender, you guys. Look at all those juices. The edges are a little bit medium because they cook faster, which is good for those who like their meat medium. But as you go towards the middle, it's nice and medium rare. So delicious, you guys. This is seriously high-end restaurant quality prime rib. The flavor is of this world, you guys, and it is so tender and juicy. It's so unreal. If you guys want the ingredients and measurements, check out the description box. I have everything there. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. When you try this recipe, don't forget to send me photos on Instagram and Facebook. I love seeing your creations. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click the bell to get notified for new videos. I'll see you soon. Bye.